Okay, this really pissed me off. Colonel Kurtz is talking to this guy here, Homeboy Edwin, confrontation about Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Manson has been falsely accused by Rachel Evan Wood. There's nothing to debate. And she actually goes on and talks with this guy as if he's actually going to be an honest actor. Now, before we get into this, here's the heir of justice talking about this fake FBI letter that Wood made up as a fact.
Investigation of Warner. Just pull that up a little bit. Agent Langer said that she recognized the name but had never investigated Mr. Warner or any matter related to Mr. Warner. Agent Langer also stated that she had not ever investigated any matter related to Evan Rachel Wood. After receiving and reviewing the letter, Agent Langer confirmed to me that 1. She did not write the letter. 2. She never authorized the contents of the letter. 3. She never authorized any use of her name on the letter. And 4.
Thank you, Heir of Justice. I'll put you in the description box so people can watch your video. Thank you. So, they're going to bring up thoughts on the FBI letter. There's nothing to think about. They tried to make false evidence against Marilyn Manson. So these young girls are criminals, these young women, I should say. There's nothing to debate here. Now let's see what this guy, Homeboy, has to say.
Let's see, Tismy Chicken says, through Super Chat, says, what about the forged FBI letter and Ilma Gore's twin sister calling her out? So, I don't really care too much to go into the legal stuff because to be honest, I'm not keeping up with that as much.
Then you have nothing to say. And Kurtz just has to stand their ground against you and say, this is a case. Evan Rachel is out to get Marilyn Manson. And she's lied about it. It's a false claim. It's a false accusation. So Manson is innocent and Wood is guilty.
I have like a lot on my plate. If you go through my channel, you'll see that I'm covering like 3 major topics.
Okay, so you're just made a bunch of stupid excuses and you look like a jackass now.
Is Mama Max, Deaf Noodles, and little side videos that are just like clips. Oh,
I don't care about your little business here.
Oh, whoa, new room.
All right.
Shoot. Yeah, if you work with the window, I don't know if you can turn it, the lights, yeah. But basically, oh shoot, okay, let me just quickly answer this. And Marilyn Manson, Mama Max, and Deaf Noodles. So like, I don't really have time to like keep up with as close to the legal stuff, but yeah, look.
So you're looking like a fool now. Because anyone who's paid attention to this case knows that Wood is falsely accusing Manson. He's innocent, she's guilty.
Yeah, I know, just quickly answering the FBI letter. Obviously, that looks sketch. I can concede on that. And Ilma Gore's...
It doesn't just look sketch. It is a false accusation. So, Kurtz, this is a dishonest person, and you're dealing with him?
Twin sister calling her out. I think the family matter thing is very, very weird in itself, though, because it's like, you're working with Manson to own your sister? Obviously, that feels kind of vengeful, but I don't know.
So what? Listen to how this guy's trying to paint it. Either that letter was the real deal, or it's a forgery. And if it's a forgery, which it is, then there's nothing. It doesn't matter whether it's about vengeance with her sister. Kurtz, you better stick to your guns with this, and we'll see what you say.
Not very versed in that, but obviously,
yeah, I think we're on the same page actually on that. That's the thing. I'm glad somebody brought it up because oh, hold on a second. It's asking me if I want to reclaim host. I'll just leave it with you.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. That was perfect.
So
Time.
yeah,
I just wanted to
so
get some
I'm
more
glad
water.
that somebody brought up the FBI letter. So I guess, you know, you said it was sketchy. So I guess my question would be, you know, if someone...
Not question. You'd be saying, no, it's not sketchy. That's proof of what I've been saying. This slime bag here called Kurtz here a propagandist for supporting Marilyn Manson, who's an innocent man, against a false accuser, which is what Rachel Wood is. And she should be getting her back up here now.
Went to that length to fabricate an FBI letter to use in a, you know, in their custody case with their you know, ex. I mean, don't you think that that says a lot about that person's credibility?
Holy shoot, that's milquetoast. You don't ask it, you just say it. It doesn't just say something about their credibility. You tell them that her credibility has been shot.
Or do you think that's not something we could generalize about?
I mean, I see, because I'm not
Generalize, it's a fact.
I'm not super versed into it because, like I said, but I feel like you're keeping up with it, right? Closely, the legal stuff.
Yeah, closely enough. It seems
Okay,
like
'cause I
every day
also
there's an
saw-
avalanche of stuff.
I believe, and again, I'm not keeping up close, but I believe I saw something like an FBI officer like corroborating it. So like,
Okay, then he just bold-faced lie if he kept that at all. We just heard that it was the opposite. The FBI agent said she had nothing to do with that letter.
it's hard to tell, like or corroborating her that
It's only hard to tell if you didn't bother looking.
was an FBI case or something. So I don't know, like.
Yes, that's right. I mean, I think we can assume that at this point that multiple agencies have looked into Marilyn Manson with the kind of loud drumbeat that Evan Rachel Wood has maintained on Instagram and elsewhere. But I mean, they fabricated a letter. They fabricated an FBI letter to use, and again to use in their custody case. So
From my
That's really
understanding,
very
there was actually like an investigation during that time, and they were in contact with an officer, but they used somebody like a fake name or somebody else's name. Is that accurate?
yeah, and they faked a letter. I mean, they wrote a fake letter.
Right.
So, I mean,
see-
it's not. If it's something, it may be something that you'd shrug off. But
Well, and
it's not
again, like,
something
well, I'm
actually-
asking because I
If this guy, Kurtz, shrugged off absolute evidence like that, he's not someone you should be dealing with.
no, I didn't look as closely. So like,
Mm,
guys,
yeah.
like, do your own research on this because I'm not, this is how I don't know as much. But basically, what I would say about that
Okay, then you have no business throwing shade at Marilyn Manson, who's an innocent man. Do you?
is like, in the worst case scenario, that is like factual, because I prefer to like wait for like the legal stuff, like unless I was keeping it super closely, like, then
What is there to wait for? We know the letter was fabricated now. So there's no questions involved. We know that Wood is a false accuser. And we know that Manson is an innocent man. Ergo, if he was guilty of anything, they wouldn't have to fabricate evidence, would they? What's your name? Homeboy Edwin?
I would have a better opinion. But like for that, it's like, okay, worst case scenario, like, I don't know if it was put like from Ilma's idea or what, because obviously she was checking, okay, does this look good, right? Like, I don't know what to make of it, but it obviously a sketch. However, I don't know if that's like the gotcha that Manson thinks it is, because first of all, that was kind of like low key, and it wasn't.
It's low key. What the hell? She fabricated evidence. It's absolutely the gotcha. If that's not a gotcha, men are all guilty. There are no false accusations. And Kurt is just sitting here and taking this like a punching bag.
Wasn't named. Obviously, he's being inferred, but like, it's not like that. I don't know if that's supposed to be backing him up for having emotional distress or whatever. Or
this is bullshit. This guy hates other men as usual. He's male hostile. Here's an innocent man, Manson. He deserves men's support. And he's 100% against this guy. So for Kurtz here to deal with this guy the way she is, she's basically wants to be friends with everybody, which doesn't work, Kurtz. If you make a stand, you're going to make enemies. And this guy's my enemy. I have nothing but disgust for people like this. So anyway, I've destroyed this guy. And I did it within what, 5 minutes. So for you to hang out with this dishonest person for almost 3 hours says a lot about your character. No offense. We'll end it here.